Thank you very much. Difficult to say a few words after this very inspiring panel. The best thing I can do is to be short. Actually, I liked very much a lot of things that were said about the need to have more capital on the long term, to have more patient investors, that these issues are very complex, that we need more impact at the micro level. One of the things that we will announce in New York this week as multilateral development banks is 2 record levels. The record level of financing climate projects delivered by multilateral development banks at $125 billion in 2023. This is an additional 25 billion compared with 22. And another record level is the level of private finance that has been in turn mobilized from this financing from multilateral development banks. This is something that is not enough. This is something we need to do better, but still, this is good news. Now, of course, we need to do progress, and especially on 2 fronts, and this is what I also take from the panel. The first thing is we need to mobilize climate finance at more scale with more public-private partnerships, and I would like to give 2 examples. One is green bonds. I mean, EIB, the Bank of the European Union, has been the first institution to issue a green bond. It was in 2007. And green bonds have become a very important way to finance climate projects, but it is more in the rich countries. So what we want to develop is also to have in poorest countries green bonds. And that's an initiative that we have taken with the European Commission, with other institutions like the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development or Development Financial Institution in Europe to develop projects that are green bonds in developing countries, in the poorest, actually, developing countries, that would allow them to also develop these green bonds. And also, what we need to do is to work on de-risking investment. And here again, I would like to take 2 examples, because it goes from unlock financing for breakthrough technologies, as we do for green steel, low carbon hydrogen, or gigafactories for electric vehicle batteries, to increase off-grid in the poorest countries. And that's a project that we finance, for example, in Madagascar. And this is something that actually we do with private sector. We need to do much more of these kind of projects, because at the end, what counts is also what we do in the field, as the panel said clearly. The second thing, and actually I was very grateful to the Minister of Sierra Leone to make the point and to stress that so much. Increasing adaptation finance is key. Adaptation costs in developing countries are 10 to 18 times greater than current public adaptation finance flows, and they are widening. So what we need to do is to provide financing, but not only financing, advisory, capacity building, project preparation, to strengthen the climate resilience of regions, cities, and businesses. We need to think outside the box and to expand the solutions we have to offer. That also means reflecting in our investment and policy decisions that nature, biodiversity, and climate go hand in hand. And actually, I heard a lot about COP29, and this is certainly very important to speak about COP29. I heard less about COP16, and this is as important as COP29, and it will take place next month in Colombia. Nature-positive investments like marine conservation, sustainable land management could deliver around 1/3 of mitigation required by the Paris Agreement goals. So we need to develop more projects on, for example, what we do in Africa, sustainable cocoa farming that preserves rather than cuts down forests, our initiative alongside our fellow development financial institutions to protect the fragile ecosystems of our oceans. Multilateral development banks, in partnership with the private sector, are deepening their cooperation to scale up this kind of solutions. I hope this week we will be able to showcase a few of them, and I certainly even more hope that tomorrow we'll deliver more scale. Thank you.